Hi, it's Viv.
Say it right.
Hi, I'm Viv.
Hi, I'm Lex,
and we're weighing in.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today is weigh-in day.
Yay.
It's an update. We went to the nutritionist for the month of November, and we're going to give you our new updated inches and new updated weight so you can see how much we've lost so far on our journey.
Yep, we've been chugging along, doing the same stuff, sticking to our HelloFresh, sticking to our workouts. I'm doing CrossFit. You've started.
Yep, I introduced running back in. I actually signed up for the Turkey Trot 5K on Thanksgiving morning, so I'll be running a 5K at 8 a.m. before I go eat a bunch of Thanksgiving food that evening.
Which should help your metabolism that day. That would be good.
Right. It should be good to do that. I think that's why they do it, so people don't feel as guilty when they go eat all that food that day because they ran a 5K already that morning. So I'm starting to run again, and I may throw yoga in there, like in the days in between or something, if I feel like I'm really sore or something and I need to stretch. But so anyway, we're gonna get into our results now. We're gonna show you before and after pictures and our chart of inches so that you can see the change. All right, so let's take a gander at weight loss so far. So the original picture on the left, which is the before picture, is the very first day, like starting pictures. And then the one on the right is my current weight loss picture. So if we look at my stomach, I think I see most of my progress in my stomach area. I really don't see that much like up here by my arms or like the side fat up here. But I can see like a difference in the way my stomach is shaped, especially on, the sides. And I think I can even see that tilt in my hip a little more pronounced now that I've actually lost. I don't see that much difference in my legs, even though I have lost about an inch or so in both. But so that's the front picture. And then on the side, I can see a lot of difference. Like, it's a little flatter here, a little smaller. I think if I had my arm moved, you could see that like my back fat crease is getting a little smaller. But this is my original position, so that's what I stood in over here. And maybe my arm area has gotten a little smaller as well. And maybe like this pudge is a little less than it was. It could be the lighting though. And so that is the front picture and the side picture. Now with my back pictures, I really cannot see any of a difference. I know that it might be slight, like this little back fat chunks maybe look a little smaller, but that's really all I can see. I don't really see that much change like in my butt or in my back area or up here in my back maybe. And my hair is slightly different, so that might be accounting for the way my shoulders look maybe differently, but yeah, not that much progress on the back yet. So let's hope that starts to improve. All right, so we're back again to look at lost inches and lost weight. I'm just going to go down the chart and explain the change in inches. We have the change going from the beginning to now. So I'm not comparing it to 10/17. I'm comparing it to the very beginning when we measured. And same thing with the weight. I'm comparing the change in pounds since the beginning. So here we go. In my right arm, I've lost 3/4 of an inch. Same thing for my left since we started this whole thing. So I started at 14.5 inches and now I'm at 13.75. Then in my right thigh, I've lost 1.5 inches, starting at 29.5. Now I'm at 28. 2.5 in my left thigh. Don't know why they're so uneven, but so they started the same and then now they're slightly uneven. My chest, which would be like right around the boobs, is 1/4 inch so far. And it actually, like if you look, it was 42.5, then it went to 42, then it went back up to 42.25 somehow. So, but we're still down 1/4 anyway. In my waist, I'm down 1.5 inches so far. I started with a 38-inch waist, and now I'm at 36.5. My hips, which, is right around the fattest part of my hips and around my butt, would be a loss of 1.5 inches. Started at 49.5. Now I'm at 48. And my stomach, I've seen the biggest loss of inches. I've lost 4 whole inches in my stomach area, which we measure right around the belly button. So I started with a 45-inch stomach, and now I'm with a 41-inch one. So my starting weight is 221.7. Currently, since my last checkup at the nutritionist, I weighed 194.8 pounds there, which is a 26.9 pound loss, which we could just maybe count that as 27 because it's 0.9. So that's my inches and my weight loss so far. Okay, so here is my current in-body scan for my most recent visit to the nutritionist. Down here, it's going to tell you my weight from the beginning to now, and then I'll go briefly through each little category to see the changes. So I'll start with the weight down here. So my original weight when seeing her was 219.4, but I gained my second time around. So this is the weight that I go off of as my highest because it is my highest. So 221.7 was my highest weight. And then so far, I have gone steadily down since then, and now I'm at 194.8. She also writes little notes on there to tell me like how many pounds of fat that I've lost. And a celebratory victory down here on skeletal muscle mass. I was going along pretty well, and all of a sudden, a couple visits ago, I lost 2 pounds of muscle, and we were kind of concerned, and it stayed the same for 2 visits, and then all of a sudden, I did CrossFit with Viv, and I started running again, and then boop, it jumped right back up to 60 pounds of muscle mass. So I gained my muscle mass back, and I'm back on track with that, and I lost fat again. So we're doing really well. I also reached level 19 on the visceral fat level, which is like the fat that surrounds your organs. So I went down from 20, so also another victory. I've lost a lot of pounds in my trunk. In my original visits, she said I had 46.5 pounds in my trunk, and now I'm at 41.9, so that accounts for that big 4-inch loss in my stomach area. I also reached 40% with my total body water. I think she wants me at 45%, as she said was the goal. So as I keep dropping weight, I think this percentage will keep going up. And then if we look at my BMI is going down. It's at 30 right now. My percent body fat has also gone down. The first time that I went to see her, I was 50% body fat. Now I'm only 44%. And then the rest of this is just like individualized stuff for each body part. And then percent body fat is also down here. So you can see it's 50.1 here, and then it goes down to 44. So anyway, that's my most recent in-body scan results. I'm pretty excited about them, and I'm excited to keep on losing.
So here are my before and after pictures. These are the very first before pictures that we have. These were taken on October 3rd, and these after pictures were taken on November 14th. So about a month and a half apart. And in this one, I weighed 209 pounds, and in this one, I weigh 197.5 pounds. So there's been a significant weight loss between the two pictures. You can kind of see in the sides of my belly where some of that fat's going down. The bra fits better up top, right? I don't have as much cleavage showing here versus here. I feel like my face is a little bit smaller as well, and my legs look a little bit less cellulite, is that a word, than before. So I'm pretty satisfied for a month and a half. This change is pretty good. So here's the side view. Not too much to say about this one. I feel like most of the results are seen in my stomach, which is great because that's where I want the weight loss to go down. Obviously, I'm much more distended here than here. But everywhere else kind of looks pretty much the same on the side view to me. Like my arms and my legs and even my butt all looks pretty much the same. But the place where I want to be losing the weight in my belly is where it's falling off. So that's good. All right, so here are the back before and after pictures. Just taking a look real quick. Not a huge difference, but you can see that there's a lot more space and I'm not as full in the back here anymore. I think my bra is fitting better. My pants are definitely baggier in this one. So yeah, we're just going to keep on rolling. It's looking good. So here are my inches. The change on this right side is the change from the most current recording to the first recording. So I'm not considering what happened in between right now. So when I first started, my right arm was 16.5 inches, and now it's gone up a ½ inch. So I can only attribute that to possibly CrossFit and doing a lot of muscle workouts with my arms. I would love for my arms to get smaller, but that's not a big priority for me right now, so I'm not worried about it. The left arm stayed the same. Right thigh, I'm finally beginning to see a significant decrease of 1.25 inches. So really cool. Left thigh, I saw a decrease of 1 inch, right? For the first time, my neck is now smaller, which I can kind of see in my face. My face is looking skinnier, and hopefully some of that double chin will go away. So that's really cool. My chest, I've lost 2 inches in my chest since the beginning. The smallest part of my waist, I've lost 2 inches. Around my hips, I've lost 2 inches. This is that this is that part of the stomach that pokes out right under my belly button. So it's kind of like the largest part of me usually. And I've lost 2 inches there. And then in the spot around my belly button, I've lost 4.25 inches, which is mind-boggling to me. That's a whole lot of difference. And I can definitely feel it in my clothes. I'm now wearing shorts that I haven't worn in years, and it feels great. And I definitely can see the difference. So this is awesome. On July 15th, the very first official number that I have is 222 pounds. So from that time to now, I have officially lost 24.5 pounds. So I am feeling great. It's going good, and we're going to keep on going through the holidays. So here are my most recent InBody scan results from 11/14. As you can see, I'm still trying to get my extracellular water percentage up. That doesn't necessarily have to do with how much water I'm drinking, but as I lose weight, I know that that is going to get better and better. So I'm still working on that. Big thing. I have lost officially 14.5 pounds of body fat. That's great. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I don't want to be losing muscle. I'm losing muscle a tiny bit, which is kind of upsetting, but it's okay because it's not a ton of muscle. It's really only like 0.4 of a pound so far. Most of my weight loss has been in the fat of my body. So that is exactly what I'm looking for to change. So, woohoo! 14.5 pounds of body fat lost. The visceral fat level is something that we're pretty worried about. She explained it to me as that being the fat that surrounds your organs. And right now I'm at a level 20, which is as high as it goes on the scale. So Alexis, and this week she finally got down to 19. So I'm looking to hopefully get that soon. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I really want to see the visceral fat levels start to go down because that really affects your health. At the top, this tells me how much body fat they want me to lose to be considered like average or normal, and how much muscle they want you to gain. And I don't need to gain any muscle, but I do need to lose 68 more pounds of fat according to this chart. So we're working on it. Well, I'm going to keep going. It's looking good though. So my mom actually went with us this time because she's was inspired by our videos to go see a nutritionist.
Yeah.
So that's
and
cool.
That's another thing I want to talk about in this video is like going to see a nutritionist if you're starting a weight loss journey. Has anybody ever mentioned that to you before? Like when you were starting, like when you told them you were going on a diet? Like nobody's ever been like, why don't you go see a dietitian or a nutritionist? Even my doctor.
Yeah.
Like my primary physician, every time I've gone to her, she's seen that I'm obese. She's seen that I'm trying to lose weight. And she's asked me like, are you trying to lose weight? And I've been like, yes. And she's never like referred me to a nutritionist or a dietitian. Why? Like, why isn't that a normal thing that we do? It's kind of almost like mental health.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, nobody goes to see a therapist, but we should. Like, even if don't think you're struggling with anything mentally, like, you should still probably have a therapist just to talk to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, it's the same thing with nutritionists. Like, when I start a diet plan, and I know maybe some people don't go because they think it's a money issue, but check your insurance because ours pays for it. Like, if you have insurance, it's very possible that
I think a lot of it
for.
is probably money. Like, people think like, oh, you're fancy, you're going to see a nutritionist.
Specialist.
But it's
preventative care on your insurance, on my insurance anyway, and so it's paid for because they want to catch it before you get something worse.
But also there's lots of people who have different schools of thought on like nutrition. Like you could go down a rabbit hole for days and days about nutrition. But even
so
just
find the one that like fits with you.
Yeah, find somebody and even like just give it a shot, give their plan a shot before you decide.
Just like find someone who's a professional in that field. Because we all start on these diets or like crazy fad diet things and we never actually consult a professional. Yeah. Like, you know how they say consult your doctor before you start an exercise or diet program? Nobody ever does. Like, you should probably, like, at least consult somebody who's an expert in that field. Most doctors are not experts in nutrition, but there are people like nutritionists and dietitians who are. So, like, it's a great idea to contact one. I think it's, like, the best thing I ever did was to call the nutritionist and start on a plan with her. Because this is the most consistent I've ever been, you know, with, like, diet and nutrition and exercise. And, like, seeing the results on paper when she does the in-body scan is also very motivating. Yeah, just to actually see that I am making improvements, that I'm losing actual fat. Like, it's not just water and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, check your insurance. Milk that sucker for all it's worth. It will pay for more than you think it will pay for.
Talk too loud, they'll hear us.
Yeah, they might hear us. We have to whisper about it. Check your insurance. Milk it for all it's worth. And you know what? It might just pay for an eye exam. Mine does. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Every 2 years, free eye exam.
Mine pays, like, I get my dental, and they pay for 2 free dental clinics, like, free. Like, no copay.
Nutritionist, your regular doctor, I get 1 visit a year covered completely, no copay, just for my checkup.
All right. So we're doing pretty good. We're going to keep going with this. We'll be coming out with more videos about just whatever we feel like.
I'll probably do a running video soon, actually, and working my way up to the 5K, so be looking out for that. Yeah.
You also want to make a small video about your journal.
Yeah, there's a little journal that I bought recently that I wanted to share with you guys. So we have a few, videos that are going to come out.
Yeah, I was going to, this week, I'm going to start tracking every single thing I eat. Just for 1 week, I've decided that I'm going to track calories and, like, food journal, every single thing I eat, and see how many calories it is and how it affects my body. Because I'm not somebody who's going to do that my whole life. I know people do that, but I'll do it for 1 week and, like, be really detailed with it. And I might video some of that.
Cool. So thanks for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.